demon.
Okay, before we start the stream, why don't you switch to the controller?
No, I think it's just the Dreamcast controller in general.
You see? He's very...
Too funny.
He's very set in his ways.
Yeah, my knees would hurt.
Knees?
Yeah, sometimes my knees hurt at night.
At night?
Yeah, I don't know.
Like
or when it rains.
When it rains? What the fuck?
I don't know what's wrong.
Sure thing, Mom. I didn't realize you were that empathetic to nature. So when it's raining, the world is crying, so then you feel blue too? You're right. I feel you.
Thank you.
Let's cry on stream.
I can. You know I can cry on cue.
No.
Well, it takes a second for me to build it up.
Now see, Joltman would say that, and he's a lying piece of shit.
I'm not.
When
have I ever lied?
He'd be like, yeah, I could cry. I'm like, do it. You won't.
When
He's
have I
like,
ever lied?
So he was like this.
Alright, let me try. You're making me try. I usually have to like make sound effects though to get myself
So you gotta
going.
hype yourself up.
Yeah.
I mean, that's impressive if you can.
It takes... Or I have to like feel the smallest amount of pain when I start crying. Justin will tell you, every time like I hurt myself the teensiest bit,
You cry? Boo-boo. I can cry, but I have to think about something.
Think about it.
Yeah?
There's tears out of me.
Wow, you did it. Wow.
Oh,
Are you happy?
That is.
Daddy, are you happy?
Do you want a tissue, Mom?
No. Okay.
Wow, she really did it. Wow, I commend you.
Told you I don't mind.
You're even like all shaky. That's a really. Now see me. So I think
Dad, what'd you do though, man?
I think about Issa, my cousin Issa. I think about my nephews, how they're growing up.
Oh yeah, if I like think about something,
And it makes me
seriously, I
super
really
sad.
will.
Like for my second nephew, he went to kindergarten. I missed it, and I was bawling.
Aw, Aldo.
I love my babies.
A static electricity
We're
shocked the
back.
microphone and it shut
How
it
did
down.
you type it in Twitch?
It's
No,
on the
it was like
computer
that.
over there.
It was like that.
The Twitch is over on the computer.
Oh, it's logged in over there?
Yeah.
Like, how's this?
It was like that last time though. That was the same name.
What was? No, that's because it's on Twitch. It will, if I never change this, it will always stay the same.
Ooh, that's lame.
Yeah, I have to manually switch it.
We're back.
Hello!
Okay, so Paul got up again, and he literally said, it may have shown on the stream, like, I'm just going to test it, see if it happens. And what happened? I think he touched the microphone, and his body is a current. It's
all that soldering.
all that soldering, yeah. He's got the current in him, so... Since he's so tall, he brushed the microphone, and what I'm thinking is the current ran from the microphone to the USB cable to the tower. Boom. Done.
I believe.
Be careful next time, Paul.
I believe instead of all that science mumbo jumbo, I think he's actually.
Science mumbo jumbo.
I think
Who believes in science?
Paul is actually cursed.
Oh, you dodged. Good.
But the D-pad's running into the wall.
Is it?
He's shooting me and I'm up the stairs.
What you doing, Mom? Was this it? Ooh.
I'm taking a story.
Story?
I'm trying to get my face in more.
Let me move.
You gotta scrunch in.
Oh, I thought she was going to do one of her trademark zoom-ins.
Oh, do.
Is that still a thing?
Are you serious, Nemesis? Go away.
His name is the Pursuer, you know.
The pursuit.
Okay, I'll do that.
How do you do
Dramatic
it? Do that, by the way.
It's on the thing.
Oh, it's a filter?
It's down here when you start the story.
What am I doing? Like, I don't know what to do. Like, he's just gonna get me.
That's the whole point of the game. Paul may not be ready. I think he's shook.
He's coming.
He didn't realize how tough Nemesis was.
The only thing I need is popcorn. I hear ya.
Oh, yeah.
I could go for some popcorn.
Really?
I don't get it.
She's hungry.
I'm not hungry.
Eating popcorn music.
No, it doesn't.
Okay.
You don't know my life.
All right, so I got 6 shots.
I don't know why when she said that it reminded me of Varsity Blues.
I'm not sure if everybody's back in the stream yet, but guys, so I got 6 shots. Magnum, 1 shotgun. Should I try to shoot Nemesis or should I just run? Like, what do I do? Like, where do I even go? Like, where am I even running to after I run from him?
You need to do something with the blue jewel, right?
Jewel.
Yeah,
Patrick
but it's
O'Brien, I'm back. Welcome back. Patrick.
Welcome
Thanks
back.
for coming
welcome
back.
back. Welcome back.
That's nowhere near enough. LOL said Dom.
All right, so we're just gonna run.
So obviously he needs to do something with the blue jewel.
No hope.
But it's nowhere near where I am now because I tried the statue.
You may not have done it right. Let me
Here's
look
Nemesis,
it up now
let's
to
run.
amuse myself.
She dares. Whoa.
Oh! Damn. Wow.
Like, I was at the door. This D-pad.
This dude.
Oh, is your cousin like sleeping or anything?
Yeah, but it's fine. He sleeps like...
Oh, we don't have to like keep it down for
Nah.
You sure?
He's either sleeping like a rock or he'll be up till like 5 in the morning. It doesn't matter.
Oh, okay.
It is 102.
Dude, Nemesis is chasing me.
Yeah. He ain't no punk.
Like, hardcore
He
chasing.
ain't to be messed with.
Okay. I see.
Oh.
And he's...
Righto.
Well, how did he get down the stairs? He cheated.
He cheated.
He cheated.
He ain't no cheater.
He runs.
He didn't run. I was just in a loading screen. He just appears behind me.
That's because he's
He's
good.
fast. He is very fast.
This Nemesis is... He ain't no tyrant. Tyrant's like warm-up. If only I had... Oh, well, I couldn't craft Magnum ammo anyway.
Now, in the stars room, were there any desks that were locked? You might need the lockpick to open them, right?
Right.
Or were there any desks that you could remember seeing that may have needed the lockpick?
No, not yet.
What about the lighter?
Or the lighter?
Yeah.
I think you should put the shotgun away.
I know, right? I think so.
Remember, you were in that hallway with the painting.
I will eat some popcorn. Oh, sorry, Paige. Enjoy your popcorn.
Popcorn does something heavenly.
It does what?
Heavenly?
Yes.
We're going to have to up our snack game for next week.
True that. Damn, you are hurting. You better freaking heal. Why would
Yeah.
you heal before you save? So then if you have to reload.
See? There it is.
You know.
I don't need your advice.
I got this.
I got this.
Is that chat not?
It's not loading up again?
Well, it'll probably go up, but it takes like 15 minutes.
No, it shouldn't be that long. I think I just have to close the browser and reopen it.
Thanks, Paige. Running
No
IT.
problemo.
The IT squad.
Alright, Nemesis is about to be right out this door. Because that's just what he does.
He has one job, and he's doing it well.
Stars.
I'm not even a member of Stars anymore. I'm in a tube top.
You're still a member of Stars.
I can smell it on you.
Every time you play Resident Evil games, take some snacks, says Meme King. Well, we're out of snacks. We had the honey buns. We're all done. We're wiped. Now, Paul, it may be possible that you need to leave the police station and explore more outside.
I didn't mean to go in this door.
Welcome back, welcome back, welcome back.
Cheese popcorn. Paul, do something with the family jewels. Run away.
Shortly. Righto.
Hey.
Liquid gold.
Why was he on that side?
Look at this. I got no static. No static to be found.
Yeah.
Plano.
Type +1 if you're part of the no static gang. If you if when you touch your computer anything metal, sparks don't fly. Unlike Paul here, who's just
You remember the password?
He's a maniac.
I already opened it.
Maniac.
Wait, no, I didn't.
See?
Dom said +1.
Yeah.
I did. I opened it,
+1 crew.
but I've died since then.
Oh, okay.
Every time you will play Resident Evil games. Oh, actually, that. Patrick +1.
See?
Is it me or is the music gone?
Maybe there's no music because you're meant to be scared of Nemesis.
Of Nemesis, yeah.
He changed the game.
Took the music out. He took the heart right out.
Are you serious, dude?
Well, you saw him in there. What are you doing? The door was... Oh my God.
The D-pad!
The D-pad.
Master
Hashtag the D-pad.
That D-pad saved you.
Hashtag
The D-pad saved
the
me for that one.
D-pad.
Hashtag.
You know you could do it.
I'd be laughing if you started running for you.
And Nemesis just shows up. Once you leave the camera angle, it's possible. Yep, he's there.
Oh my God.
Once you hear
I
the
just
door.
heard the door open.
Oh!
What?
Wow. Yeah.
I knew it.
He ain't messing around.
Just shot me in the back.
Hashtag
I warned
D-pad
him,
blues.
and he-
Hashtag D-pad.
Did you guys just see me get shot in the back from that rocket launcher? That was ridiculous.
So anytime you leave a camera angle where the door's not shown,
He could just appear.
you hear the door open, he won't come out here. Not on the first floor.
He's gotta stay a
he's
little
not
hidden.
based enough for that.
You have no other place to go.
You have no home.
I can't get out of the front door. I can't get out. There we go.
What?
The hashtag the D-pad.
I couldn't go straight. I go
Maybe
straight
it's-
and then it
Yeah,
goes
hey
to the
Brad,
left.
yes, this is the Dreamcast version.
Like, do you
Maybe
have
it's
to-
the buttons now.
Did you switch your controller?
No, but it's the Dreamcast controller in general. Like if you press
No,
forward on it
I've-
like that,
No, I never had that issue. You just had a
Hashtag
bad
the
controller.
D-pad.
Maybe
Now
it's the
Paul had a
buttons.
chance to change the controller, but he's like, nah.
He's like, no, it's just the D-pad. Just all of them.
Just
All the D-pads.
stubbornness, guys. He doesn't
well,
want
cause
to do it.
I got the VMU. I can't like just rip it out. I would have to like.
Dreamcast, yes, this is the Dreamcast version, Brad. Oh, thank you for coming on, Brad Richardson. How are you doing tonight?
Hey, how you doing? So
Michael says, okay, Paul, no more excuses. If it's the D-pad, then use the analog stick.
Yeah,
that's
the
really
arm.
hard. Good idea though. I'm gonna try it. I'm gonna get used to it. That's a really good idea.
Yeah, the
It's
arm.
just a little more difficult to get used to
It
because
can't be worse than the faulty D-pad.
no, it's
It can't be any better, but it can't be any worse.
No, it's difficult because it's weird.
Hashtag the Dreamcast controller.
Yep. So
Sad the whole controller.
that little poster there is a nod to the Beatles. That's Meet the Beatles cover album, just with Capcom employees. Michael, oh no, Brad, Dreamcast is the best version, just got RE2 for Dreamcast as well. Yeah, Resident Evil 2 for Dreamcast is a much better port, I'd say, mainly because you do get all of the cutscenes at much better quality than you do with Resident Evil 3.
Who is the new person who joined?
We have Brad Richardson.
Brad, have you? Oh, did Nemesis just jump out of a window? He just did. He's still following me. Brad, have you watched any of these streams before? Of mine with the Resident Evil?
I don't know if that was Nemesis.
Yeah, I think that might have been like a spider. or
Yeah, I
something.
think that was a spider.
Now this wasn't open, right? Because this is where the
What
is where the zombies
connectors
broke
are
out.
you using with your Dreamcast for the best resolution?
So Paul is using what is called the Hanzo. It is a
The Akura.
the Yakura. I'm sorry.
Made by the same people that make the
it's
Hanzo.
It's made by a company in Turkey. It's called Bihar Brothers.
Whoa, look at all these herbs.
It is a HDMI adapter. So what it does is one
Right
part
now
plugs
I need
into
a
the
room.
back of the DC, and the other part is an HDMI connector, which you then connect to the back of your TV via HDMI. You get a 480p resolution, which is VGA.
Oh no. You see you see what's down there?
Blue herbs.
Oh no.
Dom said once he left the police station, he won't follow you anymore.
Oh, okay, word. Good looks down.
For the moment.
So essentially, the Dreamcast outputs the VGA signal, but not natively. So you have to
You need a special cable, yeah.
either mod it or
Now you haven't been here, right?
oh
Pup boy. Pup
So
boy.
this is new.
yeah.
Yeah.
Pup boy.
So this is where you need to be. There are things here that you need. Oh, doggies. Oh boy,
No.
nice dodging.
No.
No, maybe not. Now that dead body may have something.
Oh, it definitely does.
Michael, sure, a faulty D-pad. Wink, wink, wink.
I don't know. Did you just see those dog dodging skills? That was pretty good.
I think that was the faulty
That was the
D-pad.
faulty D-pad. That wasn't me. I'm gonna shoot this dog though. Like, come on.
Why? He's just a sad pupper.
No, it's a zombie. It's a full-blown zombie dog.
Just a Rottweiler.
You had all the time in the world and you couldn't shoot it. Wow.
I made him feel guilty.
Brad Richardson, that is awesome. I use a CRT, so 240p is okay with me. Again, if you're using a CRT, the game will look just fine. There's nothing wrong with that. These VGA boxes are meant for people who had, or like are using an HD TV now. Obviously, if you're playing 240i on an HD TV, it's going to look terrible. But this will bump it up to 480p, so the games will look ultra crisp, ultra sharp, almost as if you're using a new console altogether.
And
Oh, look at those sparks.
Yeah, that's Paul in a nutshell.
I know, right? So essentially, it pulls the VGA signal, the box, from the Dreamcast, and then it converts the digital to, or converts the
Wait,
analog
you
to
didn't see
digital
everything here
signal.
yet? There's
I
more.
know, that's D-pad. I'm not trying to go this way.
It's making you go in the whole other direction of the room.
Yeah.
Blame it on the
Constantly does.
That's amazing.
D-pad.
And so, Brad, right?
Yes.
So, Brad, the whole gist is I've never played any Resident Evil game before, ever. Look at all these blue herbs. And I'm playing through all of them for the very first time. I beat Resident Evil 1 and 2, and I live streamed the entire things. And I always have my friends who are all experts on Resident Evil join me. It's usually always Aldo, and then we pull on some guest stars every once in a while. So we got Frank.
Or do you mean guest stars?
Oh.
Sorry, that was lame.
So good.
So now we got Frank, and then we also have Paige, and Paige streams on Twitch,
Which you can follow her. The link is in the description up top.
and we're also streaming to her Twitch at the same time as we're doing this. And so thank you. That's the gist.
You could mix the red and the green.
Yeah. But thank you for coming in. Have you played any of these Resident Evils, Brad? Like, what Resident Evils have you played? And what do you think about Resident Evil?
That's a good question. Meme King says, "Are you sleepy, dude?" Who's sleeping? Are you yawning?
I did.
Oh boy.
I yawned twice.
They say yawning. Oh, they say yawning is
1 a.m.
contagious.
I yawned twice thanks to her,
I deserve
and I've
a
been
yawn.
nodding. I've been wavering.
Brad says, "Pretty cool. Are you playing Code Veronica next?" That's the plan.
That is the plan. And if I can ever get used to the Dreamcast controller, because I don't know if you've seen any of my other videos, but I'm pretty PlayStation fan. I like the PlayStation. And I've played the other two on PlayStation, so this is my first time on Dreamcast. So Aldo has Code Veronica for Dreamcast. I have it for PlayStation. So maybe we'll play it on... If I can get used to this controller, which I love, but it's messing with my head.
Doesn't sound like you love it. Sounds like you're very... It's working against you.
It is working
You
against
should have
me.
mixed those herbs before you saved.
It's fine. I could just do it whenever I want. I was just checking
That's
my
how he
loadout.
does it. He said that Brad said I played them all. LOL. Well, I stopped after 4.
Oh, wow. Okay, well, 4 is a really excellent entry in the series. So I mean, that's a good place to stop. Though you did miss out on some really good entries. There was the Revelations game. There was Resident Evil 7. Resident Evil 5 is really fun if you play with a friend. If you play with it on your own, it is no good. Like, I wouldn't see that. Paige probably died a lot, maybe like Paulie's.
No, I didn't die a lot. It's just a bad game.
Hello, it had a good story.
It's boring.
Wait,
it's
boring.
like too much of an action game. No, Resident Evil 5. It's too much of an action game. There's not much of a horror aspect to it. But like Aldo said, I'm sure if you're playing with someone else, it's better.
Yeah, you played with the AI.
Yeah, Shiva as an AI is actually useless.
Oh yeah.
That's all I'm gonna say.
Nowhere to be found.
Anything
the
in that
whole
truck?
game.
A white truck?
I went there and I couldn't get up the ramp because of the D-pad.
RE5 is actually enjoyable.
Oh no, that's just
RE6
a game. You
is
can't
bad,
go up
though.
there.
Resident Evil 6, I think only parts of it are bad. I think some of the stories are fun to play and interesting. I'd say like half of them are fun.
That is a movie.
All right, I'm gonna go after the dogs. You guys ready?
Wow,
Ready for
Meme
this?
King said, "Sorry, everyone's. I don't like Code Veronica."
Blasphemer.
Meme King, you're
It's,
gonna hang out when I play Code Veronica, though.
Now, see, Code Veronica's a different beast entirely. So
Did I just dodge? How did I do that? How did I do that?
What do you
Timed
mean?
it.
You shoot right before they hit you.
No,
You're
like
not
this.
even aiming. What are you
I'm
aiming?
turning the D-pad towards the dog, and it's
No.
not turning.
Not like that.
Every excuse in the book, guys. Now, see, this could all be avoided if he put auto aim on, but he's not doing it.
Oh, I'm not gonna do that.
You wouldn't have the problem of just shooting at the ground at nothing.
Well, I mean, like,
Just saying. Anyways,
I accidentally loaded
Michael
the wrong
said
file.
Code Veronica is okay.
I tried as much as I like 4. I'm partial to fixed camera angles. Now, keep in mind, there is a DLC for Resident Evil 5. It's called Lost in Nightmares, which actually does, for a moment, go back to the fixed camera angles
That's
for a
cool. I
while.
didn't know that.
Well, see, maybe if you gave Resident Evil 5 a try.
I played it. I played the whole thing. That was
You
a try enough.
You didn't do the DLC, which is excellent, because it actually is survival horror. So that is really good. Resident Evil 7, very, very good. Much in the way that Resident Evil 4 kind of quit the formula, or changed the formula.
They
Resident
changed
Evil-
it again.
They changed it again, and it kind of reinvigorates the franchise. So, good stuff. Good stuff.
Rax the Great is back. He said, "I think you died, Paul."
He did.
I did.
He's died many a times. Nemesis is a tough cookie. So,
Rex, you don't even understand. The stream died. I died.
yeah.
Oh,
I static shocked my computer like 3 times.
We've been resurrected
Static shock the
so
mic,
many
but-
times.
To everyone's credit here, you have all been incredibly patient. Most mortal men would have just moved on to another stream, but the fact that you have hung on and stayed here means a lot. So thank you guys.
It does. And I've actually progressed a little bit into the game past the first area.
You have. You did it, Paul.
Brad wrote, I couldn't get into RE7. I bought it and traded it with my friend. Wow.
What'd you get for it?
Yeah, what did you trade for?
Alright, so I gotta get these dogs. I should put the ink ribbon away.
You want to combine your handgun ammo too?
I'll be fine. It's okay. Like, come on. Like, I'll just
He
reload.
does it
It'll
his
be okay.
way.
Safe. I just don't.
He knows the way.
Yeah, we were having issues, but it
Where are these
seems to be
dogs at
okay
over
now.
there?
You dodged.
I tried to quick turn and that didn't happen.
Oh,
Well,
yeah.
well. Now, see, because of the sheer amount of dogs, you don't have any shotgun ammo.
I have 1.
That would probably be best. Rax the Great, I can see because you have like 5 different uploads from tonight's stream. All named something different. Again, it's just the stream kept dying, so in order to bring it to life, it would be a different instance.
I'm gonna go back to my old save so I don't use that health, and I'm gonna pull out the shotgun.
Oh,
You didn't like the story for 7?
Brad, you
What did
traded
Brad
it in
say?
for WWE
Oh
2K17.
no! At least he said it was a worse game.
Ew.
At least
Brad,
he
this
knows.
is coming from a lifetime wrestling fan. That was a bad choice, my man. I hope
Maybe he didn't know that was a bad game.
he knows now. So I hope you can trade it in somewhere to some poor sap. I mean, enthusiastic fan.
$5.
Not you.
Michael, no worries, Paul. Everything died, but so did a bad D-pad.
The D-pad, I swear.
Hashtag the D-pad.
So I don't actually think it's this particular controller. I just think it's me not being used to the Dreamcast D-pad.
Paul, you need to come up with consistent excuses because you said it was the D-pad. Now you're saying it's not the D-pad.
Through it in his
Oh,
mind.
okay.
Okay.
I'm figuring it out.
Figuring it out. All right.
I'm just.
He doesn't know where to put the blame.
So Meme King doesn't like the story of 7. That's interesting.
Man,
Well, I can kind of
It's
see
not for
that.
everybody.
I like the story. I haven't finished it yet, but it is so different, and like they're not zombies really, and even the zombies aren't really zombies per se.
Don't you love Jack though? Oh, it's so good.
I think the gameplay is where it truly shines in ambience. I mean, I guess the story. I guess the story.
It is much better in Japanese. I
She was
suggest
playing it in Japanese, yeah.
It
Oh,
sounds much better. It's much scarier.
I don't know, dude.
Isan.
Isan-san.
No,
I haven't
they don't say
played,
that.
so I'm not
But
there
how
yet.
can you
I
make
got like
Japanese
15
people
games
sound
to
like
go.
hicks?
Yeah.
Like hillbillies.
Well, I mean, they just sound scary. They don't sound like hillbillies.
But that's the whole. I don't know. That's kind of weird. I mean, the way I see it, I always prefer Japanese too. But ever since Resident Evil 1 came out, even the Japanese versions of Biohazard favor the English dubs, and they just put Japanese subtitles.
I thought it sounded good. I didn't do it on purpose. My brother played it for a little bit at my house, and he put it in Japanese, and then I forgot to
I
change
don't know.
it.
I just can't
I was
see
like, well,
myself
I kinda
playing
like
Resident Evil in Japanese.
It's just weird, right? Yeah.
Well, since this year, like I could not
Oh,
listen to Jill in Japanese or Barry, but they're totally different. They have
Imagine,
nothing to do with anything.
grab the rope. Imagine that in Japanese. Oh my god.
It's like trying to. I don't know. It's like if I were to listen to like a comedy.
Oh, that was your
Japanese?
chance to shoot.
Like, how would I find it funny?
You only had one bullet. Brad, I kind of enjoyed 2K17. This was way worse though. Still waiting for next No Mercy. That's not gonna happen because No Mercy was THQ, so that's yeah,
That's cool.
not gonna happen, unfortunately. Michael Aldo, since you're a wrestling fan, Jim Cornette shoots on everybody. Yes, he does. Jim Cornette has something to say about. Oh, you're in danger. Yeah, you're gonna die. Have you seen his podcast on YouTube? Yeah, just anytime that Kevin Owens pisses him off or anybody, he'll just go on a
Does
big
Jim
rant.
Cornette hate everything that's not the original?
That's not the territory wrestling. Yeah, he's well because he's the owner of was it Smoky Mountain Wrestling over in Georgia or whatever.
I mean,
so
it's not like classic old
territory days. That So he anything WWE, anything Ring of Honor, anything New Japan, he just thinks it's trash.
Mean said, the first time I play Resident Evil 7, I just say, WTF is that?
Like,
Pretty much.
Man, he hated on Lucha Underground so hard.
Yeah.
I'm like, my God, really?
And that was so good too.
Yeah, I looked at him like, that was amazing. What they were doing.
Michael, Frank, your opinion of Paul's playing so far. Also, your views on Paige's eating habits.
Well,
What a loaded question.
man.
See, Mom, they have
well,
embraced you on the stream.
They
Good,
haven't.
I'm glad that,
They don't know
people-
the truth about her yet.
What does that
The
mean?
truth. What, he said that like mumbling. I don't know.
I haven't
Yeah,
surveyed.
the truth. I don't know what that means. Maybe
Oh,
he's.
stream. The truth is.
This is Frank's favorite game of all the Resident Evils. We said that before, but just in case anybody didn't know, Resident Evil 3 is his favorite. So I'm like
Unpopular,
butchering
yeah.
his favorite.
Yeah. What are your thoughts on Paul's playing
No,
this?
I can
Hey,
see why
Paco
this is your
Daddy.
favorite. Paco's back. What's up?
Goes back.
All right. Judging by Frank's silence, I think that speaks volumes about Paul's playing.
I didn't even get a chance to use it. All right.
So Paige's eating habits. There's a secret that we don't know about.
I mean,
All right, so check this out.
So
Watch
what
this.
you're saying is that in Resident Evil 1, that zombie eating the dudes, that's Paige?
no.
She's hungry?
Well,
What the? Pick up the
And then I look-
gunpowder.
And I turn around and look at everyone like,
stream.
Why do-
Crazy.
Like, why is that happening?
Controller.
Stream. What you?
D-pad.
What you?
Like-
Like, why is you just fumble? Like, I want. Like, this would be.
Paul is
Resident
getting
Evil.
angry.
It was not this like lousy to play when it was on the PlayStation.
Uh-oh.
Seriously, like you see me just in a corner. Like when did I ever? Well, actually, I did that all the time in the PlayStation version. but like
But
that,
it felt better.
yeah, like in the PlayStation version, every time I was like fumbling in a corner, it was because like it was like I felt like it was my own mistake where I ran to the corner. In this, it's like I just constantly get stuck.
Yeah.
I don't know. When I played it, I never had that issue. So I can't speak to that, to be quite honest.
Well, if you're not used to the Dreamcast controller, I mean, it's drastically different than most other controllers.
It's better.
I don't know about all that.
Honestly, that's why like that's why I
This
play
is,
all my
I mean,
fighters.
this is the only good part of this controller.
Hello?
Well, stream. What I was trying to say.
I mean, it fits your hands. Sorry, I'm interrupting.
Before she kills us all, what I was trying to say is that Paige is secretly a Titan.
A Titan? I
Yes.
wish. That'd be awesome.
She could dress up as one.
I did dress up as one.
That's your true form. Okay, Brad says, honestly, most new games feel like they're designed for people with ADD. Something is happening constantly.
Well, that's why we don't play new games.
There's no build to anything anymore. For example, this game takes its time. Meme King, Paige, what do you think of Paul's playthrough?
I think he's doing fine. I mean, you know, sometimes he fumbles a little, but don't we all? And like,
That's really deep.
He hasn't been. He didn't play this when he was younger, so it's very, you know, it's a different type of game. So I think he's doing fine.
Meme King also says Paul has a little Hulk inside of him. That little rage you were showing, yeah.
Because I've been getting fumbled in
Game
the
gets
corner
easier
for
as you
like
keep
5
dying.
hours now.
Honestly,
Patrick writes hashtag Angry Paul.
honestly, even though the game is very similar to the second game, it is a lot harder than the second game.
So
like, its normal mode is harder.
the way I see it, if Paul really does feel like he can't get over the hump, we may have to maybe next time just switch to the PlayStation, because he really, in all honesty, hasn't progressed that far into the game.
Like if you think about like when I played Resident Evil 2, like how far did I get on like the first time playing it? Like significantly further than this.
But we
Well,
also
keep
had
it-
a lot of mishaps in between.
Well, keep in
That
mind.
is true.
That is
keep in
true,
mind
and
that-
also Resident Evil 2 did not have the dodge mechanic or
Yeah.
any of that
Which I
stuff
can't figure out how to
implemented.
do any of that stuff because when you press down and run, it doesn't turn. But when you press but sometimes when you press it, it does it.
I think you're trying to move and run at the same time, and you gotta keep in mind this game is much faster than Resident Evil 2. So when you try to run and move at the same time, you're going to fiddle around back and forth. You have to. It's almost like
Try-
you gotta.
Try quick turning right now. There's no enemies.
Paco said, "Raging is
Right.
fine. This game sets a difficulty
Like
standard."
when you're
Michael?
running in this game, when you're running, sometimes you have to stop.
Well, you see, I
then
can't
move.
run straight.
Yeah,
Like I
see?
can't run in a straight
I
line.
know. I
That's
can't
the
run straight in
thing.
any of them.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like when you're running like that, sometimes you have to stop.
Like I'm trying to run in a straight line. I'm holding my thumb straight.
Paul is like the angry dad from The Simpsons. Like Grandpa, you mean?
Here, I'm gonna run in a straight line. Like, are you serious?
Is it?
You gotta switch your controller.
No, that's the Dreamcast. Like if I like precisionally hold it, it'll run straight.
Patrick said,
But I have to like put my thumb towards the top of it because when you put your thumb on it, any slight wiggle, like any wiggle to the left or to the right, will change it to left or
Yeah.
right. It's
No,
like highly sensitive.
Well, it was like that with the PlayStation 2, no?
No, not at all. When you
Really?
press up on with the PlayStation controller, you have to push significantly more to the left or to the right. It's like the axis is very fragile, and I just don't have the precision in my thumb.
Patrick says play on normal mode, not hard. That's not an option. So Resident Evil 3, it's hard, which is normal, and then easy, which is basically
Easy mode.
infinite ink ribbons, give you ammo up the
Great.
wazoo.
But I'm not gonna play with any auto aim or play on easy with infinite ammo
Which,
or
to
be
any of that
honest,
stuff. I'm not gonna do
handicaps.
any of that. I'm gonna just tough it out and play,
That's how
and then
I
like get good with the D-pad and get used to it, and then
To be
figure out all the
hard
controls.
mode
And,
isn't even normal.
Paco says switch right now to PS2. Will it take long? It honestly won't, because really, like in all
I'm
honesty,
only like 20 minutes into
yeah,
the game.
he's really only like 20 minutes in. So
But on Resident Evil 2, I got significantly far in on my first playthrough. Well,
I think you
also-
should just keep playing tonight and then not stream play up until that part on the
Okay.
PlayStation.
It's
Yeah,
already,
right?
It's already 1:30. So
I think you missed
How
an
about
herb.
this?
Green
That did look like an herb. I think that was a plant, though. It wasn't, like, vibrantly bright enough.
Glutton for punishment. I respect it. Had to switch from Twitch. I feel left out. Oh, that's all Paige's territory. That's supposed to.
I was responding. Sorry, Dom.
Man.
It's really just Dom in the Twitch stream talking. So
Okay,
Man,
how about
Dom.
I don't blame you.
I'm
I
sorry.
have a proposition. It's already 1:30, right? How about we switch it over to PS2 and see if it's any better?
No, I'm going to play on the Dreamcast.
You gonna top it up?
Yeah.
He's glad for punishment.
Again, he's complaining and he's getting mad. He doesn't want to switch. So
Well, I mean, I'm just going to, I'm just tough it out. Like, come on.
He's a big boy.
But if that's not giving you any progress, at the same time, it's not helping out either.
Well, there are multiple reasons why at the same time.
Now, if you still find that, like, let's say you play on PlayStation and you still have the same difficulty,
Then it's just the game.
it's the game. That's just.
But I don't think it's the... So the difficulty level of the game, like that whole Nemesis thing, like that's hard. Like I can't do that because that's like
I
just
think
a
in this
hard
game,
part of
the
the game.
combat itself is harder,
Yeah.
but the puzzles are easier,
Oh,
and there's
there's
not
a
as
puzzle.
many puzzles as Resident Evil 2.
It's not an herb. The blue herbs, but that's
Yeah.
it.
I'm just having a difficult time like just running straight and doing that.
Like the whole jerky thing that you were talking about. The only thing about that, I'm just saying that's gonna happen on each one. That's just how it is. Like playing it on the PS3 controller, it would still happen.
Michael, I don't have a large following on Twitch at all, so I wouldn't really say it's guys or
Though,
girls.
I think you'd have an
'Cause
easier
I really
time
only
doing
ever
the
have,
dodge
like-
mechanic on PS2.
Like right now, I have
I
four
think that'd be easier.
4 or 5. I always have under 10 people in my stream.
So do we.
No, you've had almost the whole time. You've had
That's kind of sweet.
like 12 people almost the whole time.
Oh really?
It's 10 right now, but it was 12
10?
last
Oh.
I checked.
Does it tell you?
It's up here.
Oh,
See, it's 12.
wow. It's okay, Paige. All is forgiven. Hi, Don. This crowd has some history. We all family. Welcome. Yeah, that's the cool thing about this chat is that you guys have all been here since the beginning. In Resident Evil 1, and you've seen Paul progress. So, you know, you guys have all gotten to know each other, which is really cool. Brad, it looks better on Dreamcast than PS2. PS2 is just different audio. What do you mean PS2? Oh, you mean the PlayStation Network version, the digital? Yeah, that's just the PS1 port.
You got one?
That's all it is.
All right.
There is only one way to survive that.
All right, guys, he's switching controllers.
I'm curious. I think I don't think it's my actual. I just want to know if it's like that's just the Dreamcast controller, and I'm just like not used to it. I'm pretty sure that's what it
Meme
is.
King, the music of the Japanese version of Pokemon Blue, Red, and Green in Lavender Town makes young kids. No, that's actually an urban myth, but that's actually not true. Basically, what